So with it, just got done with the 3 miles. Walking. Actually, it wasn't all the way 3 miles. It was like 2 point. It started raining like crazy. I tried to get through, but it was just too much. Um, was 2:09 this morning. I took a little clip of my ketones, so I'm in ketosis. I've been in ketosis like for 2 days, I think. Ketosis is when your body start eating your own body. You know, start feeding off your fat. Usually, it changes fuels because before you're eating like your body's running off carbs or fat, but when you get into ketosis, is your body's running off of using your fat as your fuel. So I'm in ketosis right now, and that's about it. I didn't go. I'm not going to the boxing gym today because of my shoulder, because of Concentra, man. But what I started looking into, and the crazy thing about I was actually getting tired of hearing me talk about this damn shoulder. Like, man, is this a journey about my shoulder or is it a journey? But so what I decided to do is now I was doing some research um, about fasting and healing injuries. So I decided to do. I'm gonna do a 2 day dry fast. I forgot what is his name. A light one. There's two different versions. One version is I forgot the real name. It's like basically is where you can touch. You're not gonna drink water. You're not gonna ingest any water or any liquids. So you only water, but you are touched. You're coming in contact with water through your hands, washing your hands, taking a shower, brushing your teeth, all that, because your body's in contact with water. And a hard dry fast is like nothing. You ain't taking a shower. You ain't washing your ass. You know what I mean? All nothing. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna do a soft one. I think it's called soft. So I'm gonna still brush my teeth, still maybe shower, because I said maybe because your energy is gonna be down, because your body's is really going into a autophagy, and autophagy is when your body is healing itself. So the reason I'm doing the soft fast is the cells that I forgot how to I don't forget how they really explain. His name is Jason Fung. He's a fasting coach with guru. He's been doing it for. He's really he's pretty good. He was talking about the cells that are used to repair your body. Now don't quote me on this. I'm just you know what I mean off the top of the head. The cells that are so the cells are like a car in traffic, and say like there's a accident up like maybe 3 miles. He can't get to the accident because all these other cars are in the way. So the ways with the human body is the cells can't get to this because it's got to focus on me eating or focus on me drinking water. So it has to go through all this before it can get to this. Well, when you go to a dry fasting, go Atachi, it's coming straight to here. So I mean, there's nothing delaying it. So it's like he getting the freeway, like boom, everybody's splitting. He's just going straight down. That's why, that's what I'm trying to see how it works. So it's Thursday. I'm a dry fast to no, it's Wednesday. I'm tripping. I'm a dry fast Wednesday, and then I'm a dry fast Thursday, and then if I can, if it's like almost close, like hey man, maybe one day might really heal it all the way, then I'll fast again. But really, as it's going right now, I'll dry fast Thursday or Wednesday, dry fast Thursday, wake up Friday, and I'm gonna break my fast with like some coconut water, some bone broth, all that good stuff that you know because you can't just come back. You oh man, I did that one time. I broke like a 7 day that one was a 7 day fast, and I ate some like strawberry pastries. Oh man, that shit had me in the toilet. That shit, because when your body when you take it all out with a prolonged fast, it's going back to its natural self. You know what I mean? So and that's when you really know what poison is, because your body wants to spit the poison out. Your body's like, what the fuck? Why would you put this in here? You know what I mean? So it'll react crazy when you like I was throwing up and everything off that pastry. So when you come off of this fast, you got to make sure you come back right and don't go through all that shit. Like right now, I'm tired. You know what I mean, all that shit just to go back and eat fucking junk food, man. Like remember the suffering, remember the pain. Like I said before, relive the pain. So what helps me now this time, like man, because and I know I keep jumping. the fasting is not a long term thing. This is not long. This is I'm trying to fast to where I want to be. What at what size, what weight, and where I'm at best at to be an athlete. You know what I mean? Move, do all that good stuff. So wherever that weight is at, I'll stop and then I'll eat one meal a day. You know what I mean? So that also helps me. It's like eat like this, suffer now, so you don't have to suffer later. You know what I mean? Go through the all day fast, the prolonged fast, and then when you get to your weight, you know what I mean? Then you can start eating every day, one meal a day, and then you appreciate it because you went through that pain what it took you to get there. So remember, relive the pain. And man, I need something like to write down in the head. Remember, I forgot what the hell I'm talking about. And then I'll talk about what I'm doing. And then I plan to break it on Friday. If it's hopefully it's getting better. And then did I talk about my weight? I'm at 209 this morning. I got weighed in at 209. Pretty sure you see in the beginning of the video. I'm at 209, so I dropped 2 pounds from yesterday. And the other thing with dry fasting, it's really going to like I said earlier, like the water and the fluids, all those your body be healing. It has to focus all its energy on all that food and everything. Or, I mean, not when you're fasting, but all that water, any kind of liquids. So it has to focus on you digesting. So all the energy is gonna go to that. But when you take everything away, now like your body's in true healing. Like it's eating off the fat. It's rebuilding cells. You know what I mean? All off your fucked up shit, attacking cell cancers that you have in your body. So really, it's like if you can get it to this point right now, it's like it's the best for your body for overweight people. Like if you're in shape and you're good, you don't need to do that shit. Matter of fact, it's harder. For fat people, it's easier because, like I said before, the fat on you is food. It's food that your body stored thinking that your fat ass is gonna go hungry. You know what I mean? But which you ain't. All that but what is the sickness in your body that's craving all the junk food. That's what's hungry. So it's gonna like all this stuff, it messes up your brain, your stomach, and now it's telling you that you're hungry for sugar. You ain't hungry for sugar. You know what I'm saying? You personally, you know what I mean? But it's all that junk food is hungry. All the, you know what I mean? I don't know, all the techno. I know what I'm talking about, but I know you be like, man, what the hell are you talking about? But you do your own, that's why I said do your own research. What I mean by my word is not gold. I said it one time in one of my videos, is like, I can make mistakes. If I'm getting the research from something, maybe the research I didn't dig into it far enough to just like, hey, this guy, his reference. I mean, is it true? Sometimes you hear what because you want to believe it, you'll be like, oh yeah, he's right. But you know what I mean. Sometimes I'll take people's information and then I'll try to catch myself like, damn, did I just tell that guy? I didn't even go back and see who's giving the information. Where did he get his information from? It's like in high school, you know what I mean? When they tell you when you write the English paper, you know what I mean? You got to go back, you got to find your references, like where you get it from and all that good shit. So that's why so what I'm trying to do with these videos, I'm trying to do my fasting parts earlier and then in the video, and then I'll do my, after I give you my information, then I'll go back to the second part, which is my personal, why I'm doing this and why I'm bringing you along with it. And I was watching the other video one time, like 2 days ago, and I was talking about how I started, why I started, and it's crazy, how the mind is. There was one thing that I suppressed, and I didn't even trip on it until I was walking. I was like, dude, one of the biggest things that I did it was during Thanksgiving, right after the trip from Reno, and it was during Thanksgiving. My dad had called me. He's like, hey man, we want to come up, we're gonna see you. And I already told him no. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, because I didn't want them to, because going through what my cousin was saying to me, I was like, nah, I don't want them to see me do that shit. Like, nah, I'm good. I don't. Matter of fact, I told him I was working or some shit. Well, anyway, here comes Thanksgiving, and guess who knocks on my door? You know what I mean? It's my dad. And this is how hard, this is how bad the depression was, and how bad the shame was. You know what I mean? I didn't answer the door. You know what I mean? Because how in shame I was, blown up and all this shit. You know what I mean? I didn't want to see him, because I was the oldest on my dad's side. This was my dad's side family, right? So I was always told, hey, you gotta be an example. You gotta do right. You know what I mean? Everybody's looking at you. You know what I mean? There was high expectations because I was the first grandchild. Not so much on my mom's side. I was, you know what I mean? We at the bottom. You know what I mean? So people are like, hey, man, just don't fuck up. You know what I mean? But on my dad's, I was like looked up. You know what I mean? Like, hey, man, you gotta lead. You gotta lead. And I felt so far off, man. It was fucking crazy, man. I just felt so, and I didn't even answer the door. And then the crazy thing is, what I remember seeing is, seeing my dad the way he dresses. You know what I mean? He's typical five. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean, mismatched, you know what I mean, all the way is, and 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 I remember thinking, like, back in the days I used to be embarrassed of that, you know what I mean, like my dad coming around or any my relatives coming around dressed like fobs. But now when I see fobs right now, man, it brings me so much strength because I know now older, like yeah, that guy's a fob, whatever, but that guy sacrificed everything. He had dreams too, you know what I mean? And this goes for all people, you know what I mean? Mostly immigrants that go through it. You know what I mean? Fob is somebody that's not from here, that most of the time it's a fob like coming over a boat from like us Samoans, but a fob could be a Mexican or somebody from Ecuador, Argentina, just somebody that ain't from here that gets fresh from another country. And then talking about how I look at it now when I see it, you know what I mean? I could see like a lady, in the other videos I was talking about a lady picking up shit. Like right now, that five clothes inspires me because I see a hard worker. I see somebody that sacrificed, somebody that put his family before him. You know what I mean? So to see him, and all those thoughts popped in my head. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, look at him, man. He probably took off work, came over here looking. You know what I mean? Thinking that he was gonna spend time with his oldest son, and I couldn't open the door. And it's just fucking facts, 100. You know what I mean? This is all real. I'm looking at this man. Look at him, man. It was like, hell shit, man. And then my aunts, and they brought all my aunts and uncles and shit. They were all here to see me, and I didn't pick up the phone. I didn't do shit. I just looked at them. My dad knocked on the door. I looked at my dad walk away. I looked at my phone, my aunts and uncles, and these, you know, fucked up thing about it. They're all old now, you know what I mean? And some of them I might not even get to ever see again. But because I was fucking so ashamed of how I let myself go and how I would look, because they all still looked at me like, like the hope, you know what I mean? Like, hey, we came from Samoa, came to America. We're gonna work hard for this next generation to take us over, to break the cycle. And the shame of like, I dropped the ball. You know what I mean? I dropped the fucking ball. And I haven't talked to my dad since. You know what I mean? I haven't. I still haven't got over. I mean, I'm getting better myself, so I'm getting more confident on my shit, but still the shame of, I think of that moment of him walking down the stairs, knocking on my door, dressed up. You know what I mean? It's typical five wear, you know what I mean? And I look at it as, you know what I mean? It's like a knight in his armor now. You know what I mean? Somebody he looked up at, like, you know what I mean? That's hard. That's a motherfucking man right there. And that goes even for the Mexicans, you know what I mean? Like, even when I see, like, a Mexican, like, come straight off the field, you know what I mean, strawberry field or whatever field, like, I look at that motherfucker and I be like, man, that's a motherfucking man right there, man. Almost where I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll stop and I look out like, man, like that's how it's done. No complaining. You know what I mean? I know he had dreams, but it's like, I put everybody ahead, man. I'm a sacrifice so I can hand the ball off to you so you can take us further. And that's what life is, man. And if you don't, you're gonna feel the pain that I'm feeling. You know what I mean? Like, fuck you, drop the ball. You know what I I still haven't talked to anybody on that side. I talked to my aunt. My aunt is the one that fucking raised me most of my life. I know I didn't talk about my parents. Typical story. They broke up, divorced when I was very young, and at that moment I was all the way until when they divorced until I turned 18. I never lived in one spot more than 2 years. So every 2 years it'll be this family, that family, this family. But she took me for a majority of my high school and some of my elementary, and she raised me like her oldest son. You know what I mean? And I didn't even talk to her. She called and called. Strong woman, strong military, Air Force. You know what I mean? That's why I got my love for the Air Force, the military is through her. And I haven't even talked to this day. I haven't talked to anybody on that side because, and that's another thing that's pushing me through this. My kids, obviously, you know what I mean? But it's like, man, I think about that. And the crazy thing, I would listen to the messages too that they would leave, like, hey, man, what's up? Call us back. You know what I mean? We here. We came here to see you. And I didn't pick up the phone. I couldn't pick up the phone. And I remember my baby mother, she was like, man, what are you doing? Why you ain't picking up? And I tried to come up with some stupid ass excuse like, man, I told him not to come. I told him I was, you know what I mean? But inside, I was, you know what I mean? I was like, it was embarrassment, shame. You know what I mean? And even after that, I didn't try to lose it all right away. I tried to for a little bit, but then it would come right back up. And then it came to my baby mama's camping thing. And it, you know what I mean? All that pain from everything's going. And then guess what? Even throughout all that pain, I still started creeping back up. Coming back to the point where that's why I'm on these videos, man. I think I would have stopped like on Tuesday or Monday. You know what I mean? If I didn't have the YouTube to hold myself accountable. You know what I mean? And the YouTube thing is for me to hold myself accountable. You know what I mean? Because I remember one of these videos I put up, somebody left a comment because I was doing, and it was in the box comment, it was like a kettlebell thing. And this guy put like, hey man, that's horrible technique. And I'm like, you know what I mean? First reaction was like, I was about to say, mother, you know what I mean? Because where I come from is like, you know what I mean? The way I was raised is like, man, if you're going to say something like that to somebody, man, you better be ready for the consequences. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm trying to hear beat up everybody. I'm like, we going to get down or we going to, you know what I mean? Or like, man, what you say, mother? You know what I mean? So that's and I got to change that. It's one thing on the short that I seen on YouTube, it was like, why are you mad at that person? You know what I mean? You are not mad, but you need to don't question that person on why they talking like that. You need to question yourself. Why are you getting mad about it? Why are you so you tell me this person can control your emotions by typing something, and now you're gonna jump up all hoorah, ready to risk talking about, what's up, man? You know what I mean? And so and through all this fasting, I've been thinking that I've been trying to control that. I mean, because that was another thing that came up. There was like, oh, that's horrible technique, and I wanted to say this, I wanted to say that. And I'm still at the level where it feels so I just erased it. I mean, I'm not at the level, honestly, I should be at the level where I could be cool leaving it and not even trip on it. But I'm working to that level. I just, instead of saying anything, replying anything, I just erased it. I mean, I don't want that energy, but life ain't going to be like that. Life ain't going to be like, well, I can just erase it. You're going to have to learn to fucking like, okay, did he hurt you? Is your life, is your family in jeopardy? And the way that I've been thinking about it lately, and I just told my son recently, is it worth dying for? Is this argument, you know what I mean by what I mean by like, because if you driving in traffic and you cussing somebody out, and they put, how you not know that motherfucker didn't just find out his wife cheated on him or that he just fucking got cancer, and he come out with a motherfucking gun and shoot your ass. You know what I mean? Because at that point, he's like, man, fuck life, all that shit. You don't know, and you over here tripping. But there are things that I would die for. If somebody threaten my kids, I'm going to jump out that car and I'm going to get on your ass. You know what I mean? So don't get it twisted. I'm not like an angel now, but you know what I mean? I try to process through my mind like, hey, is this worth dying for? Is this situation worth dying for? And if it's not, well, then just shut the fuck up and move on. You know what I mean? But don't get it twisted. If you watching this video, you think you're gonna, there's some shit, man, I'll bust your ass for. You know what I mean? My family and all that shit, you know what I mean? Back to stuff, I'm getting carried away with that shit. Okay? But in the Samoan culture and Polynesian culture, family is everything. You know what I mean? We might fight amongst each other, but we burn this bitch down, get us pissed, you know what I mean? But, yeah, I'm on some other shit now, you know what I mean? But, anyway, so I don't know how long my videos are going to be today because I'm on the dry fast. I'm still might push it. And that's another thing. It's because I'm a fucking extremist. And that's how a lot of this shit came upon me. Because, like, we'll get a beer. All right, let's just drink a beer. Next you know, it's a beer, it's a bottle. Next you know, the bottle is a drugs. And then and because it could never just like, hey, you just chill and drink a beer. Now that I'm older, I see people do it all the time. And it makes me feel weird. Because sometimes I'll be like, man, what's up? Let's get a bottle. Not now, but before. Like, not even too long ago. Maybe like 2-3 months ago. I'll be like, man, let's get a bottle. They're looking at me like, damn, bro, we're just chilling, drinking a beer, man. It ain't that serious. And I'll feel like a dumbass, you know what I mean? And so I'm saying that to say this, if you're one of those extremists, that people stop lying to yourself. Stop telling yourself that you could fucking, or I can go there and handle and drink one beer. It's just like with food. Oh, I can go over there and just eat. Nah, man. You're not right now. Not because you haven't mastered yourself. You know what I mean? So right now, I'm pretty good at the food-wise, and which I had never had. You know what I mean? I'm just now getting better through the fasting and through holding myself accountable because I know I gotta hold my pull up in front of y'all and show y'all not my paperwork, but you know what I mean? I know West West said paperwork, but I gotta show you that motherfucking scale. You know what I mean? That's my paperwork. I gotta make sure it's presentable and it's ready at all times. You know what I mean? But damn, bro, I forgot what the fuck I was talking about, man. Because I get so in like, that's one thing I noticed about when I was doing the video about my son in custody. Like, I get so emotional about what I'm saying. Like, I just zone in. Like, I posted again. I know, damn, I said shit when my son was. I didn't even trip. Like, honestly, when I replayed it and watched it after I posted it, I didn't even know, like, damn, did I cuss? Man, I gotta check. And I did cuss. I said shit. And I'm like, damn, man. Like, I get so into the zone of, like, when like I said, it's passion and pain. Passion and pain. I mean, that's what's bringing me here to you. Passion, pain, and shame. A lot of shame. Not a little. A lot of that shame. And now I'm turning it, right now I'm turning it into good shit. So now that I'm talking about the shame, I'm like, yeah, I used it. I used it for energy. I used it for, you know what I mean? And the pain, I'm using it for energy. And the passion, I'm using it for energy, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I'm nowhere near the end. Like I said, all the videos, if you watch it, as you pay attention, it's the grind to April 1st, the deadline to April 1st. You know what I mean? Or it's back to the hamster wheel. You know what I'm saying? So it's that's about it. You know what I mean? Keep y'all up to date. Like I said, the videos ain't too much because I ain't going to the boxing gym. I technically I shouldn't go to the fucking Planet Fitness. You know what I mean? Just to let my body rest. Because honestly, if you're doing the dry fast, rest. You know what I mean? But I'm a knucklehead. You know what I mean? And like I said, this is not for you to follow. This is for you to watch it and then when I bring up topics, you go research it and then you find out. And yeah. So we done with that. This video, this right here is pretty long, so that's probably be the last one. If I do go work out, I'll let y'all know and then check my weight after that. But after that, I'm gonna holler at y'all. See y'all tomorrow. All right, for sure.